I'm Hayley, a hiker and video creator from Victoria, Australia. When people find out you like hiking, for some reason the conversation always leads to, but have you been to New Zealand? With the world the way it was, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to expand my hiking horizons. I moved to New Zealand to hike the Great Walks. Over the next few months, I'll be hiking some of the Great Walk tracks, such as the Routeburn track, the Abel Tasman track, but first up on the list, the Tongariro Northern Circuit. The Tongariro Northern Circuit stretches for 4 days, covering 45 kilometres. It has a short crossover with the very popular day hike, the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. The very thought of walking amongst volcanic rock, seeing remnants of ancient lava flows, well, that was some new territory, and something I was very excited to explore. I didn't know many people in New Zealand, so when my friend heard about me doing them alone, he thought he would join me. Well, actually, he's still a little uncertain.
So we're spending the entire day walking? You reckon I need these? This isn't heavy. I'll be sweet as.
This is Dougie, a Kiwi who has never been multi-day hiking. So it was only natural to throw him in the deep end on a 4-day hike, right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, we are here, ready to start. We had a chat to the people at the Visitor Information Centre and they told us that the crossing might not be doable tomorrow because of the weather. So they kind of hinted to us to change our direction. So we're doing that. We are going in reverse instead of clockwise. Today ends up being about 15 kilometres instead of our nice intro day of 8 to 9 kilometres. While 15 kilometres on your first day might be considered normal, let's hear what the newbie hiker had to say about this.
It's arduous, to say the least.
In the car parks, just right there.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a good couple of metres. Okay, 6 minutes in. And we have to adjust. How do I adjust this? On your knees. Up you go. Don't break your tube. Bend over. Clip your clippies down. Just holding my gut in.
Day 1. Whakapapa Village to Waihahonu campsite. Distance 15.4 kilometres. Time approximately 5 hours 45 minutes. Within the first hour, you'll already approach one of the walk's highlights, Taranaki Falls, standing at 20 metres tall. These falls are an indication of the truly diverse landscape of this national park, a waterfall amongst a land of volcanoes.
Look at old Sniper go. So I don't know how long and how far we are, but it's probably been 2 or 3 hours now, and the body's in a bit of shock. But yeah, I think just taking it nice and slow.
Car park's not close anymore. proper pit stop. Lunchtime.
Yeah, lunchtime.
Carrying our heavy sandwiches. The local iwi or Māori tribe of this area were known as Ngāti Tuwharetoa. It was their foresight and connection to the land that pushed the Crown to stand alongside them to ensure the continued protection of Tongariro. As a result, in 1894, it became the first national park in New Zealand and the fourth national park to be established in the world. And now it was to be my first great walk of New Zealand. There we are, Waihahonu Hut. 1 minute. Can you believe it?
Well, sweet, that was just a nice little stroll. Yeah, let's just go get our accommodation sorted, eh?
We are heading to the campsite, not the hut. So we're gonna go downhill and cross the bridge. Home sweet home. You did it!
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
And we get to listen to the sound of the river tonight. How lovely. Time to set up a tent.
Yeah. Trooper is here. How are you feeling?
Sore.
Yeah?
Sore feet, sore hips, sore back.
Great, it's not just me, it's good.
Do you want me to carry the tent tomorrow?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay.
We got that on camera too.
Shit.
Okay, I'll think about it. We'll see how I feel in the morning. So this is the meal that Hayley has prepared. So this is what, sorry?
Honey beef stir fry.
Honey beef stir fry. And this is not amyl nitrate. This is the sauce that goes with it. In a Body Shop container. Morning.
Breakfast time. Going for some Nutrigrain or protein powder.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Alright, so thankfully the rain has kind of stopped enough to at least put out here.
Thank the Lord.
So we can pack up our tent. It's a very slow start this morning, but we have no rush, so why not?
Basically what she's saying is, you're hiking with Dougie.
No.
So it's going to be slightly slow in the mornings.
No.
No, you're polite. You've been so good. You've been like, no, you don't put your stuff there. You just put it over that side. That's your side of the tent. So lovely.
Well, you know, Dan Durston, 2 sides to the tent. Oh.
You wouldn't have a portable vacuum, would you?
No, I don't.
Can't use a bit of vacuum.
Of course, I couldn't leave for the day without first seeing inside a New Zealand dock hut. Turns out this one is pretty fancy. The hut was rebuilt in 2010 and sleeps 28 people. It's equipped with luxury mattresses, and yep, your eyes are not fooling you. You even have gas cookers. Well, let's not get too comfortable.
So we've just gone to check out the cabin that we didn't stay at last night. We found out that a lot of people have turned back, doing the same thing we did, going reverse direction. The marshals there have said that the weather's probably not the best, and they said it might last till tomorrow as well. So going over the top might not happen, but we could have up to 65k winds.
And get blown off the top of the mountain.
So the plan is just to go through today, and if that happens, then I'll start complaining.
We'll, hopefully we can do it tomorrow.
Nah, it'll be good. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're staying positive, and hopefully the weather clears up.
My mind was in avoidance at the thought of having to turn back tomorrow and not complete the track. All we could do was enjoy what today had in store for us. That's the beauty about hiking. You always take it one day at a time.
Hayley's camera fell over. Not this one, the other one.
My baby.
So we're about to exit the forest. This is the second stretch of forest that we've had, but the exit to it's just around the corner, so it looks like it's uphill still, and if we go over the hill I think we'll get bombarded with wind. So it's probably a good place to have a coffee.
Yep, coffee, food, and we're sleeping in the hut tonight, which will be a new experience.
Hopefully there's not a lot of people there. I don't want snorers.
Day 2. Waihohonu campsite to Otoriri hut. Distance 8.1 kilometers. Time approximately 3 hours 45 minutes. You spend the morning walking through the forested valley, which quickly opens into gravel fields. We were soon to get a taste of what walking on Mars would feel like.
Can you spot the panda? If you've struggled to find the panda, there's the panda. Oh.
THRU, what's that mountain? I forget the name of it. What's in it? Here it is. I'm going to put it up here right now. And somebody's going to say it for you right now as well.
Mount Ruapehu.
Bang. But yeah, so we've reached the top of what I think is cross of our day 2. We just passed some people who have told us that the weather looks like it could be cool tomorrow, so we might be okay. They seem pretty positive. But otherwise, I'm just going to crack on, and that's the beast over there.
There's a fire inside and I just can't hide it. There's a fire inside and I just can't fight it. Ooh. You know I'm coming for you. There's a feeling inside, let it take it over. Past is in the past, wipe it off my shoulder. You know I'm coming for you.
Welcome to this totally amazing place. I hope you had a stunning walk across this World Heritage Park. On behalf of Ngāti Hikairo, that's the local iwi, they've asked us to welcome you in Māori. Ko Tongariro te maunga, ko Otoriri te whare, ko te whare rangi te tangata. So that means we honour the mountain, we honour the little whare that we're staying in tonight, and we honour te whare rangi, who is an important ancestor of this area.
With an elevation of 1,360 metres, Otoriri Hut is the highest Great Walk hut. We even found out that the hut has its own resident seagull that lives at Emerald Lakes. The fire was going and we settled in pretty quickly.
So this is dinner 2. It's 3 pepper pasta. It's really good. Hayley forgot the parmesan, so it's lacking a little salt, but otherwise delicious.
Day 3, Otoriri Hut to Mangatapopo Hut. Distance 12.3 kilometers. Time approximately 5 hours, 15 minutes. Today would undoubtedly be the highlight of the trip. The weather was looking good, and by good, I mean 40 km/h winds with a wind chill temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. But before we headed off, we had a chat to Paul, who had crossed over the top the previous day.
The weather was pretty challenging. 75k winds at the top there, and I was with my young fella over there. And we saw this sign. It said, if it's bad, and they showed a picture of the conditions, then you should turn back. And we looked at what the conditions actually were, and it was way worse than in the photo. And we sat there for 5 minutes and we went, nah, we're just gonna go, because we know the trail. We knew what to expect. Only 2 of us out of a group of 12 that actually went over, and it was crazy. Yeah, it was a little bit life-threatening. And I'd err on the side of caution next time probably. When it got really gusty, we were going like this, and then we would wait for the gust to go, and then we would sort of like just kind of clamber up this, I don't know, I guess it's about 15-20 feet wide. Emerald Lake! And that is the weather! My God!
What do you say to the folks at home?
Just get out there and enjoy it. It's all part of the fun, I reckon. Challenge yourself. Sometimes you just gotta, have the right mindset and you can do anything.
We left Paul and Cosmo behind to practice their Aikido. Today was the day.
Tiny little ant humans. So we've just stopped at Emerald Lakes for a little snack before we summit the big boy.
Emerald Lakes are actually explosion craters that have since filled with water. They get their colour from the mixture of mineral deposits and reflections of sunlight. Speaking of sunlight, we were so thankful to have blue skies. What a difference a day makes. Now it was time for one of the steepest inclines I've ever encountered.
Wow, you can smell the sulfur. At least I can fart now, right? Reach the hairy getting up the top. It's going to be hairier getting down the other side, but look at that view. We were down there. You can see the track kind of going through the middle there. That's where we were. Here's where we are. I was so petrified before we started this, so it's okay. Just, give it a go.
He was.
I was. This is why I have my support crew.
This is the highest point on the Tongariro Northern Circuit, standing at 1,886 metres. Red Crater is one of the youngest vents in the area, last erupting in the 1920s. Its red colour is a result of oxidised iron in the rock. Mount Tongariro last erupted in 1975, where lava blocks were thrown as far as 3 kilometres. It is actually considered the most active vent in Tongariro, having more than 70 eruptive episodes since 1839.
And so where are you guys from? Yeah, representing Tongariro. How's it going today?
It's out of this world. Like, it's just, I can't believe just being here. There's nothing else around us.
Work it. All the best, eh?
All the best, guys. You too.
You want a cameo? Yeah! It just looked like the obvious thing to do when you guys very cutely ducked down.
I was like, please bring my camera.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad. I was like, should I do it?
Thank you.
I can understand why the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is one of the most popular day hikes in New Zealand. It is simply not of this world. Although not without caution. On average, 2 walkers per week are rescued from the track during peak season. We were quite thankful at this time to be walking in the opposite direction. We just kept descending and descending and descending.
Good morning! Walk and talk. Will she trip over? Today is such a beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky. I can still see the moon. It's very pretty. I do recommend doing the track in reverse because you start off further away from the volcano. You get closer and closer, and last night you pretty much stay almost right next to it. So it's kind of like you build up to the highlight, and there's not too much difference in terms of terrain, so I would recommend doing it in reverse if you have the choice. So now we have a nice cruisy 9-kilometer hike to finish, and yeah, I'm happy. This was my first hike in New Zealand.
Day 4. Mangatapopo Hut to Whakapapa Village. Distance 9.4 kilometers. Time approximately 4 hours. Today you make your way through stream beds and eroded plains, carved out by the ancient lava flows. It is surprisingly its own unique journey, especially with the signs of wildlife returning.
You want to do the walk with me? That's cool. We can do the walk together. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Oh, are you going home? Oh no, you're still leading me the way. Let's go. Okay. Yep, me and the bird. This is my hiking bird. We just go hiking together. Show me all the sights. It's a beautiful spot. I love your home. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, that's right. Boy, you know this path well. Yep. Where are we going now? Down? Okay. You cheated. You used your wings. Oh.
Just done the Northern Circuit, baby. Oh.
Hi, camera 5.
Hi, camera 5. Boosh. Hole 5. Nice. Oh.
Winners.
And here we are, safely back at the car. Hayley is taking care of the pack.
I feel pretty good. I felt strong today, to be honest. I'm really surprised that my body, I don't know, maybe I've got something about getting older or something, I don't know. It's just hypochondriac, who knows? But yeah, no, I'm stoked. And to see everybody else, I mean, there's so many people up there of all ages. I think the oldest up there, would be late 80s, walking around, going up the top. So if I can do it, they can do it, anyone can do it. I don't know what, I feel a bit silly now for being such a wuss beforehand, and I think Hayley she wouldn't actually say anything, but I think she's thinking it. So. We conquered it, the Northern Circuit crossing. It was a great hike. So thank you, Hayley, for roping me into it.
And now you're going to enjoy hiker fashion, socks and sandals.
It's not a thing.
It is a thing.
Tongariro Northern Circuit, give that a tick.